So, Forest back in Europa. The draw has been done. And West Ham this weekend. Oh, yeah, and we're still signing players. Welcome to Grumpy Old Red. Evening, guys. Hope you're doing... Is it Friday? It is Friday, isn't it?
It is.
No idea.
Welcome to the weekend. This bloody short week has absolutely thrown me. It's felt like a 6-day week. But welcome to the weekend, everyone. There is so much to discuss, and I can't wait to get into it all, get your thoughts on it. I suppose we're going to have to hear what these idiots have to say as well. As always, make sure you've hit the like button. Make sure you're subscribed. Make sure if you want your replica shirts, you got OK Jersey, £15. And use code OK Jersey, and you get a further 8% off. The link's in the description. All right, let's jump straight into it, boys. Let's jump straight into it. And you look puzzled.
Now, did you say 8%?
Yeah.
That's a weird number.
I didn't make the percentages up, man. It's like
Okay.
£1.
Couldn't they squeeze it up to 10% then to make everybody's life a bit easier?
I don't know, man. Maybe because it's like, I don't know, maybe dollars, exchange rate. I don't know, man. I don't know. Now you got me doubting if it was 8% or not. Someone check it if you do get one from there. Yeah, I was going to say something and I've forgotten now. What were we going to say?
We're going to say, here we go on John.
I don't know. No, what we're going to do, right? Because someone was somewhat moody last week, right? I think if it's okay with you, Ez, okay with you, Ben, I think the opening question has to go to Anne.
Hang on a sec. We got here we go.
On John.
Fabrizio Romano, Nottingham Forest agreed deal to sign Brazilian goalkeeper John. Here we go.
He is freaking quality.
He
is absolutely.
He looks like another Miguel, man. He's another Miguel.
Let's remember, it's coming in as a backup goalkeeper. He's hardly going to get a game, but if he does, I think he can cope.
He will in the European competitions. But
I think the Norwich keeper can cope as well. I think they're both decent keepers. And it's very difficult to get a top quality backup goalkeeper.
John's decent, though. John's decent.
I think John gets a lot of Premier League teams. How about that?
Yeah, okay. Whatever.
How about that? And I was telling you boys what West Ham did to him backstage.
Left at the airport,
Yeah, they left him at the airport.
I reckon that's just something they put out. I reckon really heard we were interested. He told them
true.
No. It's what I'm saying.
It's on the news.
He told West Ham to F off. Don't bother picking me up. I've heard Forest are interested. That's what I reckon.
It would make more sense. That would definitely
make more sense.
This is going to be cheap as well, by the way, because West Ham agreed a really cheap deal on him. So Percy's put it out. Forest set to sign Botafogo goalkeeper John Victor ahead of the transfer deadline. Forest also considered Getafe's David Soria, but Victor now expected to sign. Forest looking for loans / permanence for Jota Silva, Eric De Silva. My God, you don't want to be called Silva in Forest. Isn't the assistant manager still there, or did he go? He was called Silva as well. But anyway,
I think he left because he got on really well with all the guys, didn't he? It's quite a shame that he left.
I think he did go. Someone in the chat will know. They know weird things like that.
Yeah,
Nuno's assistant is called. I forgot his first name.
Rui Silva.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
You saw him in a lot of the early videos they did. If you remember the training videos, he'd always be sitting in the room with the guys and that, and
he's still there, isn't he? I'm pretty sure he's still there.
I thought he was.
Maybe someone in the chat will know.
That's why we have the training video the other day.
Look, when you guys gonna learn? We just don't need to research when we've got our educated chat. There you go. You see,
Rui Silva.
Pedro Silva. Leo's even giving us middle names. This is. I love this channel, man. We could just be lazy and turn up and let the chat do the work. And then my boy Hazardous, if he said it is true, right? There you go. Anyway, but he'll be next on the chopping block with that surname. That's all I'm saying. Okay, so look, we'll put it all together, the details of it as it comes through. We've already got some super chats. Let's just catch up with those and then we'll get straight into the action. Dino with the 19 months and have loved every minute of it too. We love you too, bro. Thank you so much for all your support and the 19 months. Big up to Carl with the 25 months. Shout out to you, legend. Frederick with the 129. He says would have liked Malmo and a match in Sweden. Been a Forest fan since '77, but never seen Forest live. Bro, that would have been perfect for you if it was away. Yeah. And that's going to be my first question to Ant in a second. Thank you for your super chat. The lovely Jess with the £2. Evening. Jess, what's that new profile picture? What's this pose you got going on, Jess?
What's going on there?
What's going on, Jess?
You catfishing?
What's going on, Jess? Are you getting ready to see Chris?
What's the female catfish called?
As an Ant don't know, do they? You guys don't know because you're too lazy to go into Discord. Jess voted me and Wolfie are favourite members of FFTV. Yeah,
obviously,
that better not be right, Jess. That better not be right.
I think she said you were last time.
Yeah, well, the thing is, this is coming from Troll Master Crypto, so I'm really not.
Well, Jess can confirm or deny it. And shout out to Dean again with another gifted membership. Big up to you, Dean. Yeah, as they were saying, get on that Discord, man. The talk there is absolutely non-stop. We're also on Facebook now. I know a lot of you said, I still use Facebook. Can you set Facebook up? Facebook is set up. All your Forest updates will be coming through there as well. The link's pinned in the chat. Shout out to Mikey Boy with the £2. He goes, what an owner we have. Steadying the ship. Third star incoming. I see what he's done. Well, not this season, but I hear you. Shout out to Mikey. And big up to Davey Boy with the 31 months. All right, let's get into the show. Once the guys have hit the like button. And talk to us about Malmo and give us a bit overall of your thoughts on the draw. But I want to hear it from a
Why's my picture changed?
The golden generation. Like specifically the Malmo stuff. Like did that kind of rekindle the younger, cleanly shaven Ant in you when you saw the name?
Yeah, I don't really have any affection or disaffection for Malmo. They're not a big side. I mean, for me personally, right, if I'm absolutely honest with you, I'm a little disappointed. I was a little disappointed that the team we faced in the final was Malmo, because you're not going to get any great, in years to come, you can't say, that final against Real Madrid or that final against Bayern Munich. It's Malmo. I mean, they got to the final, all credit to them. Claudio Seltzer and all that lot. No, he's Grasshopper Zurich, wasn't he? Silly me. Yeah, I couldn't even tell you. In fact, I couldn't even tell you one name of any of their players.
So were they not even like a big team back then?
No. I to be honest with you, I can't even tell you who they beat to get on the way to the final. Things were different in those days. There was no internet, there was no live games.
But and if the opposition fans here, and I'm always flashing our 2 stars, right? I need them to think we beat Real or Barca.
Yeah. Well, I don't normally tell people. I don't normally mention who we beat.
Yeah, obviously, or the other one.
Well, Hamburg were German champions.
But they're not even in the Bundesliga. I don't think.
Yeah, no, we went down to the 3rd division, mate.
And
so did Villa. So did Villa, by the way. I think they went down to the 3rd as well. Certainly the 2nd. Yeah, no, Hamburg. They were a bit. They had Kevin Keegan in this side, who was the Ballon d'Or winner. So they had a proper side. We weren't expected to. Nobody thought we'd win that game against Hamburg. They were a top side. But yeah, Malmo, I don't have any particular. I mean, I know what colour they're playing. Man City colours.
And multiple points. If it wasn't, so if it wasn't that nostalgic feeling when they were drawn out in for us to face them, because that's a narrative that a lot of people are pushing on.
Yeah, a lot of people.
Even Mr. Maranakis spoke about it.
When the draw was being made, we were talking about, Forest get Malmo to bring back. Yeah, I mean, I don't even know if we played them before or since. You know what I mean? It's like it's Malmo. It's Malmo. I mean, I would suggest. I wasn't
asking you like a Malmo, the greatest team in the world. I was giving you bro. You never need an invite. Just down memory lane. I gave you the perfect opportunity. I let you go first, Dry. I thought you were going to talk about the goal
because I was at that game, right?
Because you know what I'm saying. Now he's telling me how crap Malmo are. We know that, bro.
Because we went there expecting to win, and we won. I mean, it's like Forest playing Grimsby, you know you're going to win. You know.
Well, careful! Not everyone beats Grimsby, mate. Not everyone beats Grimsby.
In fact, didn't they whoop us recently with Grimsby? Did they? No,
they knocked you out.
If you did,
yeah. So to me, no, it's no big deal to me. It's not like it doesn't make my heart feel or anything because it was Malmo. The fact is, we won the European Cup, not that we beat Malmo to do it. You know.
But was there any? Okay, so what was the name in the draw that stood out for you that we ended up pulling today?
No, I'll be honest, and I've said this. I put this into Wolfie before the draw took place. There was one team I really wanted, and that was Real Betis, or Real Betis, as they seem to be called these days. Purely because I want to go spend a few days in Seville.
Are they the guys who've got Anthony? Is that who's got Anthony?
Yes. He's not there at the moment, is he? But they might get him before the transfer.
I bet that's nearly done. They've also got Isco. Isco's still good out there, you know.
Yeah. Well, Anthony was a star for them last season, wasn't
it? Yeah.
I think Isco is their better player.
But I think people are going way over the top. I've seen someone on, people saying, "Oh well, yeah, okay, so we're going to lose to Real Betis. We're going to lose to this." No, we are a top Premier League side. Yeah, they were a good side, but I mean, the name is not glamorous. Yeah. What was I saying?
I don't know, bro. You wanted to go first, so
you've been talking about
the draw in general. How we feeling?
Yeah, that was it. Yeah, I'm not scared of anybody in that draw. In that, I wasn't afraid of any names. I keep it. Oh, I hope we avoid this. I hope we avoid that. I don't care. We can beat anybody in that draw.
And you're such
I think the draw we have got is perfection. We've got Porto at home. That'll be a great game. And Porto, don't worry about Porto. We'll beat Porto.
Fucking hell.
They're not on our level, mate. Not on our level.
Okay.
We've got Betis away, which is going to be a great away trip. There's another good away trip as well. Who else we got? You should have it.
Braga's in Portugal.
Yeah, Braga. Beautiful. Braga's beautiful. Try and get to Portugal if you can. We'll win that. Yeah. Who else we got?
Utrecht. Utrecht's really nice.
Sturm Graz. Yeah, Austria. I'm not going there.
Austria's lovely.
I'm not going there.
It's lovely.
And what's the
we've got
Utrecht will win that as well. See where I'm coming from? It's a good draw.
But again, you're talking about it from a tourist perspective.
Yeah, you're not talking football. You forgot midget land.
There's pretty flowers there. They got a nice little pad.
No. You know what I'm saying to you is I don't fear anybody in that entire set of teams. So we may as well get some nice day trips. Because I'd rather play them than Ludogorets on the other side of the fucking world. You know what I mean? But we're going to beat them anyway, whoever we play. So, let's just have a good day out.
So basically, you just want to go
Real Betis Stadium holds 70,000.
It's a good 70,000.
70,000. Wow.
That looks class, that is.
Yeah, it's a new stadium, 70,000. So we should be able to get tickets, all right.
Yeah, just for those joining late, John Victor is a here we go, the goalkeeper from Botafogo. So that's done there.
Anyway, so I'll finish my little bit by saying I didn't fear anybody. I'm absolutely delighted with our draw. I don't fear any of them, and we're going to have a couple of really good away days.
You've said that about 50 times.
I know.
I'm excited. Can you tell?
And he said that in the chat like earlier on when we were doing the live draw.
And it's written in the description of this video.
He's done with nothing new is what we've derived from this. Big up, is that Stoned Roses? I think it is because I can't see with the name. Shout out to you for the 28.
I'm going to check on other people's streams and see.
It's all the same. It's all being phased into by YouTube. It's so stupid.
Why?
So that people can tag each other in the comments.
We could anyway.
You could anyway.
Tag in the comments anyway.
They've changed it as well on mobile. If you watch a video now, you can't open the chat until you exit the ad break, which is really annoying. So you have to wait for the ad.
Premium and your tight-fisted dog.
Shout out to Darwin with the $5. He says, surrounded by forests growing up in Newark, got into football only a few years ago, and luckily became a real Forest fan just at the right time. Bro, it was always in your heart. It was always in your heart. That's the key. And welcome aboard. I hope you're enjoying the roller coaster. You timed it well, you know. You just missed out on all the scars over the last 20 years. So your timing is good. So fair play to you, man. Fair play. Thank you for the $5. Jess, with the £2 responded to Crypto, says, Crypto, you're such a troll.
Oh, she made up a new word. Quip and lied. Apparently it's an Irish word, which means you want to leave Northern Ireland to come to Nottingham.
It does look like an Irish word.
Okay, thank you, Jess, for the £2.
That's why you got to get in the Discord, though, Because if you're not in the Discord, you
gotta be in the Discord. Discord's so much fun. Dean with the £2 says 15 Jan, 20 Grimsby Town. Oh, 15th of Jan. I thought that was a scoreline. Forest 3-4 Division 1. Bro.
Yeah, they did beat us.
26 quid when we played them at home, man. 26 quid times 3. Thanks so much, Dean, for the £2. And Dazza with the 199. The cup is ours for the taking. That's what I want to move on to, right? And chat, I want to get you involved now because these lot honestly are boring me a bit. It's after Ant's shown all that chest.
Only me. Only me, boy.
Ant's the only one who spoke.
Okay. It's after Ant's shown all that chest.
Yeah.
Can we win this? Chat, what are you saying? Yes or no? If I'm going to do a poll, can we win this?
I don't see why not. I mean, prior to the draw coming out, prior to everything, obviously I'm a happy clapper and I'm a over enthusiastic optimist, but I put well, I haven't put any money on it, but I do have an inkling that we could get in that final with Aston Villa. I've got a good feeling about that, so there's no reason why we can't get through this group at least. None of the teams, like Ant said, really scare me. There's some amazing home ties that we should win all of, and there's a couple of away ties where we should be picking up points, so I'm not worried about getting through. And more than capable of winning this competition. It's just whether we get this balance right. And it's something I alluded to a couple of shows ago. Nuno's going to have to get, if Nuno is a man after this weekend, after this international break going forward, and he's got to get used to playing with a bigger squad and utilising that squad, because some of these games aren't going to be easy. So whether he prioritises European games over the league games and then puts your strongest squad out for a Europa tie rather than a Premier League tie, that's a decision he's going to have to make. But I think now he's got a squad of players that he can really pick from, and nobody's going to feel left out because they're all going to get opportunities. Getting this Sunday, Thursday routine in place, we'll have to get used to it. The players will have to get used to it, but they will, and he's got the squad to do it. So I see no reason why we should struggle with this group, and it's going to be an amazing adventure for the fans, for everybody involved with the club. It just felt real today. When that draw came out, it absolutely felt real today, and I was buzzing, and then the interview with Mr. Rem afterwards. Did anybody else find that we were finishing his sentences for him? Every time he said at the end of the day, I was saying, we always went even.
I did that as well. Yes, exactly, Ed. I was
like, say it. I was like, say it. God, say it.
Yeah.
And do you notice? Sorry, just one thing. Do you notice when he gets interviewed, he talks like The Rock, WWE, doesn't he? They ask him a question, he pauses for a second, goes,
yeah.
Yes.
And, yeah. I love the way he came.
Finally.
It was a great interview. He's confident. We're confident. Let's just hope we sort this crap out behind the scenes. Let's get everybody on board and let's really go for this because it's very winnable. And we saw the two teams that got into the final last year and where they ended up in the league. And I don't expect us to have such a bad league challenge either. I think we're going to do well in the league, but I certainly think we can do well in this competition. I've got no doubt we can get through to the knockout stages.
No. Don't do the whole sitting on the fence. Don't give me knockout phases like, wow, what an achievement, right? Can we win it? Yes,
I've said we can get to the final. I see a Forest Villa final, and I'm sure a lot of people have said that. Few people have actually put money on it, but I can see us doing that 100%. It's what he's invested in. Forest aren't here to take part, and I think that's very much what Marinakis was pointing out when he was saying, we've got the squad. We had good players anyway. We've added to it. He's not here to take part. The Greek father wants to win this, and he wants to progress to the Champions League next season by league position and by winning this tournament. So I'm confident. I follow his confidence, mate. I follow his confidence.
Why do people always do that? So many people doing it. It infuriates me, but not infuriates me. Yeah, it does a bit every time. Whenever there's two outstanding favourites in a competition, they always say, and this is no offence, Ed, I don't get offense, but they always say, yeah, I can see it, but Forest Villa final. We could get Villa in the quarters. We can get Villa in the semis. There's no guarantee that you're going to avoid them. Yes, we can. Can?
Which round, sorry?
Semi-finals or the quarterfinals?
Yeah, semis you can. The first knockouts you can't. The first knockouts, there's still country restriction.
No, that's the last.
Oh, that's last 16. So yeah. You can get
no, quarters and semis you can. So
yeah, but it's more likely they would end up splitting us over the other side of the draws.
Why?
If you get me.
Why? It's a free draw after the round of 16. It's a free draw.
Oh, do they redraw?
Oh, I don't know.
No, they don't. No, they don't. No, they don't. No, they don't. It's a thing.
So do we? So do we have like a flow chart then, right to the final?
Yeah. It's like a World Cup.
Why have I not seen it?
Because we haven't even got past the group stage yet, mate.
They're not even releasing
If you're saying we already know. No, you can't, because you don't know where you're going to finish in the league, so you can't have a flow chart yet. You can only have that once you get.
You can. You can have Group A winner, Group B winner. You can have all that. We just haven't had the fixtures yet.
You do realise as well.
What I'm saying is, you don't know where you're going to finish in the league to say whether
it doesn't matter.
So, well, tell me then, who we're playing in the last 16 if we get through them?
Okay, I mean, I'm going to show you this, and then you go like, okay, yeah, that makes sense, and then we've just wasted
I
just
want you to tell me who we're playing in the last 16.
Okay, here's what I'll tell you. This is how it works. So this was from last season.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So once you're put into this area, you already know who you're going to flow through to.
Yeah, you can't mix with.
So what area are we in then?
So this will be like first in the league versus 24th.
That's what I'm saying. So we don't know where we are in the league. So we don't know yet.
But within that, there will still be a geo restriction on this first one. So what I'm saying to you is the most likely scenario, if Forest and Villa both go through, that Forest get put here and Villa get put here.
All right.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm a bit. They're the only team I am a little bit scared of, but they've not done much yet this season, have they? And this squad seems to be getting weaker rather than stronger.
Yeah, but they're about to buy my boy from Leon, man. That worries me. Makitaudzi. How do you say his name again? Mikitaudzi. Oh, Mark. How do you pronounce him, Mark?
Oh, yeah, your boy.
I wanted him from the start of the window.
I can't even pronounce his name, you boy.
He must be crap. I've never heard of it.
All right.
If it was good, I would have heard of it.
You can't pronounce my name. It don't mean I'm not your boy, right? So come on.
Who can't pronounce your name?
All right, but I'm just making an extravagant example, right?
With a made-up player.
How do you pronounce Ferencvaros?
Ferencvaros.
You didn't pronounce it like that earlier on.
They're not my boys. They're not my boys, though. I don't need to pronounce them. It sounded right. Miko Tadzi. I nailed it, innit, Mark? Mark's my speech therapist right now.
No, he said it now because he copied me. That's not what he said earlier on. It was some. I wouldn't have even known he was talking about it.
I haven't even looked it up. Oh, he's got Villarreal. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, right? I've been asleep for the last hour, so I haven't picked up on any. Wait, are you blagging me, Mark? Or are you laughing that you're my speech therapist? Like, which one is it? This is the most casual stream we've ever done, and that's saying something. Right?
It's because we're all in a good mood. It's not going right.
I'm in a good mood today. I'm not.
What team is this Mika Taudi guy from?
Miko Tadzi. He's from Leon.
He's telling you how to pronounce it.
Oh, okay. Gorgeous. Mika, it can't be Mika Taudzi because it's got a U before the T. Mikau. Miko.
It's got a cow in the middle. That's the easiest way to remember it.
Mikau Tadzi.
Yeah, that's the easiest way to remember it. He's a freaking baller. You know what? The funny thing is, Ant's going on about him, and I know Ant likes him. Because if I said to Ant, do you remember when he cooked United last season? Oh, that guy. Not Fafano, when he came on up front. He's really good. I'd have taken him. Anyway.
I don't know. You lose count of the players that have fucking cooked United, don't you?
That is true.
It says Villarreal closing in on Leon's Mika Taudzi.
So Hazardous, you're lying, bro. It's not done. We could still hijack it.
I don't want to. I've never heard of him.
Callum Mwendo. All right. Callum Mwendo, I always knew his name. It's this speech therapist, right? Who's goddamn idiot. Who was giving me all kinds. He was sending me voice notes in his East Midlands accent. Callum Mwendo and all this shit, right? And it just put me off. So I may have to fire him. Anyway, can we actually talk about stuff people want to listen to? Like, I am actually about to turn to Ben to see if I can get a sensible answer. Because so far it's been disastrous. I
just can't wait to play FC Midgetland. I think that's a hilarious name. I never heard of them before, but
yes,
have you never heard of them, you idiot? They're the team we potentially would have got if we were in the conference, because
they were in the Champions League last year.
And also they were the ones playing Frankenstein in that qualifier of the qualifier, so we would have ended up potentially with them.
Midgetland.
Yeah, basically,
Frederick's dad. I thought it was playing
I've never heard of Ferencvaros, whatever that is. The one thing I did
see, oh my
you
God,
can't say
do you know what country it's in? Wait, let's do this.
Ferencvaros. I can't say it.
Don't say it. Dad, what country is it in? Go on, you pronounce it, Mr. Frickin'.
Ferencvaros.
What? Sorry, say that again.
Ferencvaros.
He's just speaking rubbish.
What country is it, Ben?
When I was younger, in the younger
that
days,
was a long time ago.
When Forest were champions of Europe, Ferencvaros were a big side.
Yeah, sure.
Wait, shut up, Ben, because I want to big up Kitty, man. She's like, I'm calling her Kitty, aka FFTV Greece, man. She gets us all the Marinakis interviews in Greece, translated as well. We see even more of the finalies from him. So massive shout out to you. Thank you for your help. Obviously, you're an absolute legend. Go on, Ben.
I was just going to say, you do realize that. Shut up, man. You do realize that when they read out the fixtures earlier, they specifically said that they're not in order. Because if you look at like Utrecht, for example, we were 4th on their table, whereas we were 8th on our table. So they said that the dates will change. It won't be in order that they read it out.
Okay, when on that stream did I say anything but
No, not you, the actual Europa guy, whatever it's called.
Yeah, because people did think that was game order, and everyone's like,
no. But I'm talking like it's game order. It's not game order.
I'm not talking. What have I said to say that?
I don't know why he's pushed that on you, bro. I don't think you did.
I thought it was brilliant. I mean, I was saying to you guys earlier, like, it's funny how football brings us together, because I've got a friend I used to live with in London, and we don't speak very often. We used to live together like 11 years ago. And as soon as Porto came up, I got my phone out to message him. Bearing in mind, I haven't spoken to him for years and years and years. And just as I was about to send it, he sent me a picture of it himself. And it's like, it's just funny.
Send you a picture of himself?
No, he sent the picture himself of what I was about to send of the Europa League thing. He didn't just randomly send me a selfie, you know. But yeah, no, it's funny. And my best mate lives in near Amsterdam, near Utrecht.
So that's your best mate,
apart from Ant. So that should be.
Thank you for your family history. Can I now ask, why do you think anyone cares?
I was going to say, and you think my European Cup glory days.
Football means.
I don't know, my Spurs mate is still in Bedford. He moved to Cambridge a few years ago. You know what? We got in touch 3 years ago just randomly because one of our mates died.
Well, Ez was making me reminisce earlier in the chat. So you know, no, I'm just saying. I think it's a good draw personally, and for the whole fan base. So looking forward to it.
So mission failed. I went to Crypto for Cents. And
I don't even know what the question was. What was the question?
Random name. The question is, how's there 500 people watching this crap? Honestly, please make sure you hit the like. Make sure you subscribe. Big up to Dazzle with another 199. Says loving the third shirt. I actually kind of like it. I'm not gonna lie.
I like it.
Even though it just feels.
Listen, guys, I might even go down to the ground and get one tomorrow, full price.
Oh, legit, and ooh.
Are you gonna get your name on the back, Forest?
No, I'm not. I'm not 12.
He would if he was 13.
Right for me anyway, Ben. If I have Forest Ant on the back, I'll be fucking mobbed all the time when I go down there.
Oh yeah, I forgot about it. Just like Rob when he goes to Trent now. Yeah.
Shout out to you, Darren. Richard with the 13 months. Big up to you, Richard. Richard, why do you always put in the comments after the stream, is this live? If you're writing in the comments, bro,
have you read my message? Have you read my message?
Like every second. If you're writing in the live chat, that bit that says live is live, bro, right? If you're writing in the comments, It ain't life. Okay, shout out to you. And the £5 from him as well. He says, I do believe Villa will not survive. They will get knocked out for the semis. I think Villa have had such an easy draw. I had to look at theirs earlier. And Richard, you are live now, bro. Love you. Hope you're well. Thank you for that. And Curtis in the house with the $2. He goes, longest waffle I have seen since Hussein's stream. Yeah, man, Hamza.
That's because there was no question. It was just like, yeah, what's happening?
It's a statement. It's a statement.
As we've lost connection, by the way,
the tedious story is what it was.
He's still tapping it off his neighbours all these years later.
Anyway, right, let's get back. Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah, he's trying to reconnect anyway. So
once he's back in, we'll get him in. All right, look. Is there anything else we need to say about the draw before we talk about Nuno?
Anything else? Have I mentioned that Seville's lovely and I can't wait to go? Did I mention that?
We've heard that. Okay, let's move on to Nuno. Right, so have you guys seen Nuno's presser? And chat, what are you saying on Nuno's presser? Yeah. By the way, 64% of you think that at the end of the day, we will always win.
The result is that at the end of the day, we always win.
17% of you are saying final. 9% of you are saying semis. 11% are saying quarterfinals. Ye of little faith is all I can say.
I want to know why those people that and people can vote for whatever they like. It's all guesswork.
Here comes the but. Here comes the but.
But I want to know why those people that voted final. Who do they think we're going to lose to in the final? I bet you they'll think Villa.
Probably Malmo, bro.
Malmo, no, well, yeah, Malmo, yeah. That would maybe stir me up a little bit to have them in the final, yeah.
If we get to the final against them and lose after the way you've cussed them down tonight,
I know, yeah, it's basically.
I will remember this day.
I will remember this day. We won't lose.
Okay, all right. Let's see. But anyway, I want to move on and talk about Nuno, right? So there's been a lot of. By the way, we're 2 subscribers from 29,700. If you're not subscribed, do me a solid. Got a backup account or whatever, or your mum's account. 2 more. Shout out to you guys.
Do me a solid always makes me think of, and I don't really want to say it on it.
A poo.
Don't say it then.
He said it.
Oh, this is one of those streams.
It's a Zorro stream. It's turned into a Zorro stream.
It is turning into a member stream. It really is.
By the way, Leicester winning 1-0.
Why are you watching Championship?
No one cares.
I'm not watching Championship team. I'm watching in the hope that Leicester lose. There's a difference.
You're watching Championship football.
I'm not, am I? I'm on here.
I can tell when you're watching because I see your head turning around every 5 minutes, like you care about freaking less. Anyway, Nuno, I'm going to Ben first. Screw you. What are you saying about Nuno? He's done his presser. I don't think it was that convincing, if I'm honest with you. There was a lot of people that were saying, yeah, it's all settled. He said he's going to be here after the game, after the West Ham match, blah, blah, blah. Obviously, Marinakis had his say as well in his post-match interview in the Europa League draw. Where do you think things are in your estimation? Big word.
I think he'll stay, to be honest. I think what happened before with the interview where he said, I'm not close to the boss and stuff, it was, I think I may be stealing Wolfie's words here, but it looked like a bit of a cry for help. There's obviously something between him and Edu. He suggested that last season he spoke to Marinakis nearly every day, and now Edu's come in and he's obviously not so happy about it, but surely they can resolve it. The only thing I did think was a little bit strange, and I sent the clip in the chat earlier, is when one of the reporters asked if he'd still be there after the international break. He kind of went, yeah, I'll be there. And then pulled like a really weird face for about 5 seconds.
I think so. Didn't say I think so.
I'm paraphrasing. I don't know what he said exactly, but the way he said it was like really strange to me. And then he kind of went silent for 5 seconds. And then he started to make a joke of it and go, yeah, I'll be here. But the way he answered it was very strange. But I'm sure they'll resolve it. I can't imagine Marinakis would want him to leave. Obviously, if we go ahead and get the win as well on Sunday, which I'm sure we will, there'll be even more reason for him to stay. I think it would be a bit devastating to the team if we lose our manager, after the first 3 games of the season. So personally, I hope he stays. And I'm not too happy with some of the people's names who have been brought up by, the media and the betting companies who may replace him if he did leave. You know, I don't want someone like Ange Postecoglou in. So I think Nuno's done a good job. I think he'll do a good job in Europe. You know, he's got his right back cover now, which he said. He's got his goalkeeper cover. Maybe you need a left back cover and maybe one more winger. But he's pretty much got a whole full squad which can cover the 4 competitions. So I think he'll be fine. I'm sure they'll settle their differences and they'll all move on.
What are you saying, man? I just don't think it was that convincing.
Yeah,
I'm not saying he's going. I'm just saying
think,
in terms of his persona.
No, I think he's gone because
Really?
I want him to stay, right? I'll say that right now. At the moment, I want him to stay mainly because I do not see a viable alternative. That's the main reason, right? I have issues with the way Nuno plays football. I have issues with his lack of nous when it comes to substitutions and things like that. So I have issues. He's not the perfect manager. However, I think he's the best manager for us at the moment. And I absolutely don't like any of the suggested replacements. And also, we don't want to rock the boat right now. We're in the best position we've been in for 40, 50 years, something like that. I mean, I know that sounds hyperbolic. Maybe not when we had Stan. Take Stan out of the equation.
Hey, man,
Stan changes everything, right? He changes everything.
Yeah, but we didn't have Stan in Europe, though, did we? We didn't have Stan in Europe.
No, we didn't.
And we got to the knockouts.
But for a long, long time, certainly for 25 years at least, it's the best place we've been in. So I don't want to rock the boat right now. However, the way he's speaking is not convincing at all. I don't know what the guy's problem is. He's got a fantastic squad. He's in a brilliant position. Why would you rock the boat?
It can
only be one thing, and that's ego. And we can do without.
And tie it into what Mr. Marinakis said then, because he was very firm in when he was asked the question that, you know, I'm pretty confident that he's saying that Nuno's not going anywhere, and they're going to have a conversation after the West Ham game. International break, which ideal time to have this conversation.
What's going to come out of that conversation is if Nuno sticks to the way he appears to be thinking in the moment, which is I want to say above Edu, that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. Nuno's going to be. I believe Nuno's going to be told, we love you, we want you to stay, we think you're doing a fantastic job. However, this is the hierarchy. I'm at the top, Edu is there, you're there.
Yeah, but he's not going to walk, is he?
You answer to Edu, Edu answers to me. I think that's a good structure as well, by the way.
If you're a football manager, though, just thinking out loud, I think we can all agree that Edu is there mainly for the recruitment, right? He's effectively the manager of the clubs. Well,
just recruitment. That's
he has oversight on the transfers, etc. Nuno is managing the team in the sense that he's a coach. He's not a manager. I'd take back that word manager. He's a coach. He's coaching the team. If you're a coach, I'm sure he knows who he wants to bring in. We heard that he wants Traore, etc., etc. Thank God Edu said no to that. But if that starts happening, if you're a manager and you think, I need this right back, I need this left back, and you don't get it, then you're going to start saying, well, how can I do my job if I don't have the players I want? Now,
because you say, although I am getting 200 grand a week.
No, I agree. I don't agree with what Nuno's doing, but I can kind of understand where the issue could arise from. And that's what he said in his interview, isn't it?
Yeah,
he
but
basically
if we had a terrible squad and we didn't cover the positions we needed to cover, and we had holes all over the place, and we were struggling to compete, yes, I can understand the manager saying, "Hey, I want my players in. This is not my place."
Yeah,
shit.
I know. I agree.
But he hasn't. He's got a fantastic.
Yeah, but
squad.
and they put that interview out before we made like 3 of the signings last week.
But he's had him since, hasn't he? He had one today. I watched the one today, and he's still not.
The thing is, though, if you're a football manager, I'm not saying this is what's happening, but because I back Nuno, but if let's say Nuno wanted to go, hypothetically, you're going to want to be sacked. You're not going to want to just walk out because they get their payoff is millions. They pay the rest of their whole contract off plus compensation. So you're not going to want to walk out the club.
That's why you do these kind of interviews.
Well, yeah, exactly. The only thing he could do is make it awkward so that you piss the owner off and he says, "Get rid." Now, I'm not saying that's what Nuno's. I'm not saying that's what Nuno's doing, but that's what a manager would do if they wanted to go.
He was even asked that in an interview. An interviewer said to him, "There's been a lot of fan speculation that you're trying to actually lose the job yourself." And he went,
"Yeah, but he's not going to say that, is he? Obviously, he's not going to say that.
Of course, he's not going to. The fact that a member of the press that never normally asks any good questions actually asked that question shows there's a lot of thought behind it. You know,
I mean, it's not very often that a manager will walk. You know, you're not going to see someone like Amarin. Amarin's not going to walk, is he? No, hopefully, he never gets sacked either.
As well, he's definitely trying to get himself sacked.
Yeah, but they do because they get paid off millions. That's what happens.
He said he'd walk in their severance package.
I mean, look at Harry Arter. Harry Arter got paid for years and years and years. Like, they're not just going to walk out.
The most decent manager we had for that was Gary Megson, because he did walk away and he refused the severance package. He said, "No, I've been that bad. I don't want any money." And I remember all the Forest fans were.
He should have paid us.
Well done. You know, thanks for that.
Yeah.
So well timed, Des.
What did you say?
He said he should have paid us.
Well, yeah, that is true. I mean, we all agree with that, but
I just don't share your feelings on this one. I think there's a lot going to be said after.
Can you just put your volume up a little bit, Ed? Because you're a bit quiet. You're
echoing.
I just put the mic closer to you, bro.
Yeah, put my mic closer. I don't share your sentiments on it. I think if there is a compromise to be made, it's going to have to come from Nuno's side. Not Mr. Marinakis ain't going to compromise on anything. It's going to have to be from Nuno. So he's going to have to get with the structure, with the format, with the hierarchy, and it's what Ben just alluded to. He's a first team coach. He's not the second team coach. He's not the youth team coach. He's not the women's team coach. He's the Forest football men's first team coach. That's his job. He's not the overall manager, and he needs to get used to that. There's people in place to do their jobs, to make it essentially to make his life easier. Now, I had obviously nothing like this role, but I had a role where I had a purchasing team. Now, I would go to them with what I felt like I needed in that role, but they would source the best prices, the best offers. That wasn't my role to do. That would take away from what my role is. My role is, this is what I need. You go and find out the best price.
Was it buying a shit ton of aftershave?
No.
Still got them all on the shelf.
I do always buying and selling myself, mate. Leave that to myself. I don't trust anyone with that. But yeah, no. So I had a team that did that. That was their speciality. That's what they were paid for. Now, if Nuno can't get with a program, he's going to be told straight. I think Mr. Marinakis has been quite. Let's say, he was very structured in what he said today. You know, he didn't give anything away apart from saying yes, he does believe that this will get resolved, and the best time to resolve it is 100% after the game. You got the international break. Ideally, if they'd had the chat, it would have been earlier on this week, but they've said obviously with the diaries not matching, Mr. M's not been around, and obviously Nuno called him president. He was referring to Mr. Marinakis when he said president.
He does call him president.
Yeah, he calls him Mr. President.
He wasn't alluding to calling Edu president or anything like that, was he? No. So
I know it's not. It didn't sound like that on the question.
No, so he knows his respect. He knows his place. Nuno would be an absolute.
Let me ask you this: if this is such a pressing matter, you clear your diaries. You clear your diaries. I get that at work. If something comes up that has to be dealt with then and there, if this is going to overshadow what's going on or the morale or anything like that, surely you can find yourself a couple of hours in that day. I get they're busy people, but does that mean, two questions here, does that mean, one, maybe it's not as big a deal because they haven't done that? Or two, is the relationship so broken that it doesn't really matter if they do it last week or next week? The outcome is the outcome.
We know Nuno, again, using that word again, he's very structured. When it's match day or, lead up to the game, he wants to focus on the game. He doesn't want any other distractions. So I can quite definitely see Nuno saying, I don't want to have this chat until after the game. But also, you got to bear in mind, Mr. Marinakis runs a huge global empire, not just Nottingham Forest. You know, he's got his shipping business, he's got all these other things. So he's traveling all over Europe, all over the world. I'm sure all the time, you know, I'm sure he doesn't sit in same place 2 days in a row. So to get that together, you know, it was probably a logistical issue. And obviously you got to get Edu there. If you want, this meeting's going to have Nuno, Edu, and Mr. Marinakis here. Maximum or minimum. I don't think anyone else needs to be there. Those three do need to be in that room. So to organize it, I think it was best to be done after the game. I don't think it makes any difference. I don't think it makes the decision any different. But I think Nuno, like I said, going back to it, Nuno's going to have to swallow his pride to an extent and just get in line, because this is a great opportunity for him, for the club, for everybody involved with this club. And now we've seen the reality of this European draw. Like I said, it was a real moment of truth for me today. It's like, yes, we are in Europe, you know, and that for me as a fan should hopefully extend to everybody else around us. You know, we're all seeing the reality of what we've got to deal with this season. The last thing we need, like Ant said, is anybody rocking the boat. And Nuno, I don't think will be that man. I don't know why he's done what he's done, but hopefully he comes to some sort of resolution and carries on with it, because if he doesn't, then they need to make that decision within this international break. And again alluded to, I'm not 100% happy with the names that have been linked, even though a couple of them are the ones I jokingly said last time.
Mourinho.
I said Mourinho and I said Marco Silva, but they're two names that seem to be top of that.
The thing is with Nuno, like you say, he always says in his interviews, the only thing he cares about is the next game. So I'd find it highly unlikely that he'd want to get everything discussed, you know, today, for example. Like, they'll be out there training and stuff. So the only other thing I can think of is that they let their heads cool down. If you go and have a meeting really quickly after what you've said, you could potentially make a different decision than if you were to think about it for a few days and sleep on it, so they say.
I think you're all reading too much into it. I think it's very simple. It would be absolute fucking madness to sack a manager a few days before a Premier League game when you've got a 2-week break straight after. I don't think they would ever have done that. I think it would always be after the West Ham game. There's no need to blow it all up and rush into it and sack a manager 3 days before a Premier League game. That's just...
Yeah, but you make it sound like they're going to go into the meeting knowing they're sacking him.
Well, they might.
Yeah, they could go in with the prerequisite of, you need to convince us why we don't sack you. Do you know what I'm saying? It could be that prerequisite, or it could be an open-minded meeting.
We don't know, do we? It's personal relations. It seems it's more personal relations than anything else.
Yeah.
All right, well, before we move on to the next topic,
sorry, Wolfie, but what Nuno keeps moaning about is I don't see him every day anymore.
Yeah.
You know? Well, how many managers see the owner every day?
To be fair, when Rob said he wasn't on this stream, you and Ez were kicking off, so it's only the same as that.
All right, let me just before we move on to the next topic. By the way, 79% of you think he's in charge against Arsenal. 21% of you are saying no. Arsenal being obviously the next one after West Ham. I'm just going to go around. One word answer. Is he in charge against Arsenal? Ben?
Yeah.
Ez?
Yeah.
And?
Hopefully.
Always on the fence.
And when we say he sits on the fence, ladies and gents.
Hey, I've not sat on the fence about our Europa League chances, mate.
About going to...
just falling on that one.
All right, let me catch up with super chats, guys. We've got nearly 550 in here, 203 likes.
Hit
the like button, and
I
also
love this. There's another grammar Nazi in our.
And if you want to get your Forest updates on Facebook, it's now available for you. The link is pinned in the chat. Also, get your asses in the Discord. It's so much fun in there. Completely free. If for those of you who don't know what it is, it's just like a chat. What would you call it? A chat room.
It's a chat room.
Yeah, it's like a chat room.
Every now and then, swear to anybody, and then come back out again.
Exactly. And get those likes up. Let's get to 250. We're on 210 now. Hornet Venom says, Wolfie, since you were talking about pronouncing things, it's pronunciation, not pronunciation. You always make that mistake. All right. Does it ever cross your mind? I do it on purpose because I know and I want to see who's going to say stuff in the comments.
That old excuse.
It doesn't.
On purpose.
All right. I'll tell you a true story. Right. We were doing.
This is a member stream, isn't it?
Yeah.
It was literally last week. There was a thumbnail that Nick made that said something like someone flies over for Forest or something like that. Douglas Luiz flies to Forest. He said it. I was like, you spelled flies wrong. It's IES. He goes, oh yeah. I said to him, leave it. I want to see if anyone comments on it. And true to form, people commented on it saying flies is not YS, it's IES at the end. So yeah, it's good to know though there are people keeping our feet to the fire. But shout out to you, thank you for the £5. Tony with the 32 months, big T, man. That's crazy. 32 months. Shout out to you. Oh, are you laughing?
I know. I'm seeing Ant screwing his face, and I know exactly why he's screwing his face. But you carry on. Yeah, I know exactly why he's doing it. Because you're wrong with your flies. What? You're wrong with your flies.
I'm not.
You are.
It's wrong on that thumbnail. It was wrong on that thumbnail.
Okay.
Do you want me to pick it up right now?
It is flies.
Huh? Okay, are we doing this? Are we seriously doing this right now?
Carry on. No matter what your pronunciation is.
Douglas Luiz flies in for medical.
Mm-hmm.
How do you spell flies in that?
Yeah, FLIES.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm right.
FLYS.
He put FLYS. He's like, oh shit, I've done it wrong. I was like, leave it.
Yeah,
comments in the text, right? Anyway.
Unless you put flying in, then that would have been all right.
Chris with the £2. After hearing Mr. M, I'm 100% he's staying. He's convinced. Shout out to Chris, always supporting with the super chats. Luke says, you guys think Ndoye is a long-term RW starter? I would actually think potentially a long-term LW.
Yeah, if back.
I like him on the left, and I like Cho on the right. Cho was really.
Or even Hutchison on the right.
Yeah, we've got options.
Even McAtee on the right. We're about to talk about your team selections for this coming match. Shout out to you, Luke. Thanks for the question. Frederick with the 65. He says, I love that my 2 grandchildren who are Forest fans. Shout out to your grandkids. Get to experience new glory days. Football is, it goes around in cycles. It's time. Awake the sleeping giant. I hope they enjoy the experience. Thank you for your super chat. Dazzle with the 4.99. The success comes with its own problems, but Forest are destined for greatness. We've already been great. Can you be redestined for destination of greatness? Potentially, I guess you could.
Yeah.
I guess you stop watching the Leicester match.
Yeah. I'm not. I'm wondering why it went all light at the back, and it's because there's an advert on at the minute that's all white.
Okay. Thanks for updating us. Cheers, Dazza. Thank you for the night. We are back.
What's on this?
Gary with the £2 super sticker. Shout out to you, and Chris with the £2 saying Mr. M shouldn't have started that relationship.
What with Edu?
Oh, with Edu. I think Edu is getting a really hard time from a big section.
Why would Edu be getting a hard time?
Because everyone's
absolutely fantastic job. Why should he be getting a hard time?
Because everyone's
siding with Nuno and thinking it's
I know. I'm doing a Wolfie.
It was a rhetorical question.
Yeah, it was a rhetorical.
Chris, what you started, Chris. Thank you for the £2. And Jess with the £2 says, Ant got splinters.
Yeah,
I don't got no splinters, you benefit cheat.
Benefit money's going far this week, isn't it?
It's gone from being on benefits to a benefit cheat now.
Guys, make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe. All right, let's start.
Sorry, I didn't mean. I'm just kidding.
I'm so glad.
No, just run with it, bro. I'll back you up.
Okay, mate.
She's been tagged now. She's been tagged. All right, let's talk about this West Ham game. I'm gonna do it. I don't know what it is about this West Ham game, right? But I don't know. I'm just gonna kick off at me. I'm just saying, every time we're about to play West Ham at home, they've always been crap. And I'm always worried sick.
I know.
That we're...
Can you remember last year against West Ham? You were exactly the same. And I kept saying, you're being an idiot. You're being an idiot. We're going to beat them. They're crap.
Every time we played them at home, bro.
I know.
Insinuating to that scenario.
To convince you.
I'm actually nervous about this one. Now, I've got a preview coming out tomorrow. Lawless is going to be in that video. He sent me a video. I haven't watched it. I want to react live to it. Well, as in pre-recorded live on there. I can't wait to hear what he's got to say.
Yeah,
I asked Jason.
All that's gone. All that front, all that chest is gone. I've been watching him. He is so depressed about his club.
And imagine they beat us. I'm dead.
This is it.
They won't beat us. They won't beat us. There's no way.
Okay, but is there no scenario here where you actually get my point? Like Forest do Forest things. Leicester.
No, I keep saying that. When's the last time Forest? Well, okay, yeah, the end of the season.
Leicester.
Yeah, the end of the season. Yeah, sorry, it wasn't that long ago.
See, now you're worried, Des. Now you're worried, bro. Now you're worried.
But even in that spell, we still beat West Ham. Even that shitty spell towards the end of the season.
That's 3-0. 3-0.
Yeah, West Ham are crap.
3-0.
Yeah.
It was away, wasn't it?
Nah, it's the away game.
The away game, we beat them. Yeah.
What was that? Chat, what was the score? What was the score anyway? I can't remember.
2-0.
2-1. 2-1. 2-0. 2-1.
2-0 or 2-1.
I can't remember. Someone in the chat. Let's probably have a
score under the sun.
I can't remember. We played last, so I've got no chance.
No, I think they're so in the mud. We're so in the mud. It's just a surprise he stayed. That was the only danger for me that they sack.
Sorry, even the chat don't know. The chat saying 2-1, 2-0, 4-0, 2-1, 2-1. Make your minds up, man. I trust KL.
I'm going with Evan with 2-1 and the guys who've said 2-1.
Wait, Dazza with the 199 saying 3-0 for. Oh, is that your prediction or we beat them 3-0?
No, don't give them outs. Don't give them any outs, man. That's what
we said. We did beat them 3-0. That was Einar's goal, wasn't it? At home.
That was at home. I'm talking about away.
Yeah, that was at home. That was at home. Shout out to Chris.
At the time you kept saying, "I got his Fino, Forest doing Forest."
I've got that feeling again, man.
Stop it. We're gonna beat them. I don't, me. I like to sit on the fence, but on some occasions I'll jump right off that fence, mate.
Have they made any signings
for the Leicester game?
Wolfie, you aware of any signings that they've made?
Yes.
I saw them linked with a couple of players. I don't know if any of them.
They got
a goalkeeper.
They've got 2 signings, haven't they?
Hermanson.
No. They've had 2 new signings.
No, yeah,
but Hermanson's a new signing this season.
Who was
his shit, by the way. His shit. They're already talking about dropping him for Areola because neither of them can come out for crosses. Or Areola comes out. Areola stays on his line, won't come out for crosses, and Hermanson comes out for crosses but flaps at everything.
It was 2-1. 2-1, by the way.
2-1. Thank you.
2-1 away and 3-0.
That was it. It's Fernandez. That's the one they did yesterday. And Magassa. Magassa was the one that Forest put a bid in for. So he's going to go and score now. And he's
that Fernandez from Southampton?
Yeah.
21 years old, and he's coming up against Douglas Luiz, Morgan Gibbs-White, Elliot Anderson, Sangare, and he's 21. He's got no chance.
Oh, we should give that
midfield's going to be absolutely torn to ribbons.
We should give a shout out to Anderson and MGW for being called up to England squad.
Of course,
Anderson finally recognised in the.
Did you see it? Did you see his?
Thanks to everyone. Bye.
I'm buzzing. It's all down to use. I couldn't do without use. I'm buzzing, and then gets off again. He could see how ready he was going when they were saying speed. Think, bloody hell, what a guy.
No, that's amazing though, isn't it? It just shows. But obviously, his achievements in the summer, they won the tournament with a few of his Forest teammates now, and it'll be great to see a few more of those get in and got every opportunity in this setup, in this squad. And for me, he's the key player. If we can get a steady number 6 next to him, Anderson for me I'm going to predict now that he's going to be Forest Player of the Season. And
I wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, and I think I think he won the young player last year. I'm sure he did, and wasn't it Sells or Wood got the players award anyway. But I've got so many high hopes for Anderson. For me is the key player, and if we can get a Douglas Luiz or a Sangare, we'll discuss about the Sangare offers from West Ham, which I know Crypto especially we were all appalled with. I don't see any reason why we would be getting rid of Sangare. A number 6 who's actually been playing as a number 6 and made us look such a different team whilst he's been playing there. So that makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. I'm glad it was rejected, and I hope it's not going to go any further. We can't afford to be losing him. We should be.
Well, they've just bought Fernandes, haven't they? They paid 42 million for Fernandes, so I can't see him coming back in for Sangare.
Yeah, we can't come.
I don't understand why on earth would we sell Sangare? He's our dedicated number 6. If you look at the dedicated number 6s in our team, you could effectively argue that it's Sangare, maybe Dominguez and Yates. Well, Sangare and Dominguez,
they're not special 6s, are they? Though.
Well, not really, but more so than people say Douglas Luiz is a 6, but he's not. He's an 8, and all the fans who have watched him play say that. So if you he's
an 8. He is an 8. I'm not saying he's a 6. I'm just saying if Nuno plays this formation, if he sticks with his formation, if he's swapping out Sangare for anybody else, it will be for Douglas Luiz.
Well, even if you put Anderson or Douglas Luiz in the 6 as cover, I still don't understand why you drop Sangare when he's basically the number 1 6 in that position. That's his game, and he's playing every single game, is he? I thought.
Should we wait? Because at the moment he's not been dropped, and we know Nuno likes him.
No, but there's a lot of speculation that they said in the Athletic that they were looking for a permanent sale. I don't understand. Like pre-season, Sangare and Nico Williams.
Were we though, Ben? Were we, or is this just more paper talk?
It may be more paper talk, but that's what it says in the media. So,
let's assume we're going to stick with the same formation we started with last week. Are you making any changes in that middle 3 for Sunday? And I'm going to go to you first because I think
no. I don't think you. Well, I personally, I would.
Yeah,
I would.
What would you do?
I'd drop MGW. I'd put Anderson in the 10, and I'd put Luiz in the 8 and Sangare in the 6. That's what I would do personally. But obviously, that's not going to. We know that's not going to happen.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know. He didn't have a very good game, and I felt when McAtee actually replaced him in the number 10, McAtee was much more effective in that 10.
It was, position. Yeah. McAtee was good in the 10. Yeah.
That's what I would do. I'd basically swap out MGW for McAtee and keep Anderson
either, mate. But I want to see Douglas Luiz.
But it's not going to happen, is it? Because as they openly said, the team is built around Morgan Gibbs-White. That's what they said.
They did say that, but that's not to say that that's not going to change at some point. I think it's possible. I really think it is possible that he'll make a change. And of the 3 from last week, I think MG Dub is the most in danger of keeping his starting place for this weekend. And I'm with Crypto, actually, because I think I was most impressed once he actually went into the number 10 position, because he initially came on the right, but when McAtee went into that 10 position, he looked so comfortable. And it's a real consideration for MG Dub. Like I said, he's had no real competition in that position at all, and now he has some real proper competition, a quality player who's young, who's hungry, who's wanting to come and prove himself. And MG Dub, he can have his Jekyll and Hyde moments, but he had it again last week. Fantastic against Brentford, and then he makes a mistake against Palace, which cost us a goal, which he never really recovered from because he didn't get any better as the game went on. I think in hindsight he should have come off sooner.
The thing is, something like that, is it even a mistake? It was just a stupid decision. Like it's not like he
amateurish.
He didn't try to pass it to someone and mess it up. He tried to back flick it to nobody. Like it was just a stupid thing to do on the edge of the box.
It's a ridiculous.
Sorry to have some breaking news. Hudson-Odoi has signed a new contract at Warwick. Breaking news.
I'm really happy about that, man.
Yeah, me too. I tell you what, we are becoming a club now where people are happy to join and happy to stay, and that's something that we can be really proud of. That we've earned, and obviously the better we get, the more that's going to be a thing. So it's great. Yeah, it's great.
And Mr. Marinakis alluded to that. He said, we've bought players in, but it's also the players that we had last season. They achieved something. We've got quality, and we want to hold on to the quality that we've got. So I think that's amazing news. So I've been really impressed with the way he started this season as well. Sorry, Crypto. I'm just really impressed with the way
it's my fault.
You just called Ant Crypto.
Sorry, the statement he made that I love the most was when he said, "We could win it. We're going to win it. Our aim is to win it." Whichever way he put it, that ambition was there. Yeah, we're going to win. Yeah, we're in it to win it. Fantastic. Love the guy.
I want to carry on this conversation. We just got a lot of super chats to catch up with. quick break for that. Dazzle with another 199. When he said the £3, he was saying it was a prediction. So prediction. I'll take a 3.
Yeah, I'd go along with that, Darren.
Yeah. And Chris also meant he was talking about the close relationship with Nuno in reference to this super chat that he was saying. Thank you both for the clarification.
Yeah, let's make him clarify every single super chat.
Chris and Darren.
When it says Auntie's a pillar, so what kind of pillar? What do you mean by that?
When you say relationship, can you expand on what you mean by that?
Yeah, do you mean platonic or semi-platonic? Jess with the £5 says West Ham game on Sunday, Wood hat-trick and Hutchinson brace.
Can you elaborate in which order is that
happening? Who are you putting as man of the match, Jess?
Yes, if you could just put another super chat in to confirm what a brace is for those who don't know.
She says with the £2. Also, can't believe you've all bullied me tonight.
You all bullied me tonight.
Jess, I said you looked very pretty in your profile picture, and then Ant said you're a benefit fraud. Like, who's been what? Thank you, Jess. And I just want to shout out to Darren as well. He's become to Dean. Big up Dino. He's become a coffee member as well. Shout out to you. And from Pear as well with another coffee, he says great words from our owner today. Everyone's liking what Marinakis have to say and liking the direction of Forest. Yeah, okay. Please stop us, guys. Not you, Hazardous. Right, guys. As soon as I know anything more on Bakwa, I will share it with you. I promise. Making millionaires £2, says Chris. Now, when you're talking millionaires, do you mean in euros or dollars or pounds? I'm joking. Shout out to you, Chris, for the £2. Okay. So this team, I heard you guys talking about this midfield. None of you are talking about Hutchinson. I thought he was pretty good when he came on the right-hand side. Would any of you consider a start, or do you think still early days? What are you saying, Ben? You were quite, if I remember, quite excited, man.
Yeah, I mean, I think if I took it seriously, I'd probably put Cho on the right and Ndoye on the left. But I do want to see the new toys. I thought when Hutchinson came on last week, that these first few touches were a bit misleading, and there was some concern. But the position he got in, the positional play was brilliant. He cuts inside, he inverts, which is something Alanga didn't do. So he's not good at beating his man on the run, but he inverted. He got into some really good positions. I mean, he had that shot on the edge of the box. He had that shot in front of the keeper, which he skied over. I think Hutchinson's got massive potential, but I think to start the game with, Cho, for me as well, had a really good game. And Ndoye, obviously, has got a goal and assist in his first 2 games. So for me,
he played well, though.
I don't think Ndoye played that well, but it doesn't really matter. If you're going to get points, if you're going to get stats and goals, like, I want you on the pitch. So for me, I'd probably have Ndoye on the left and Callum Hudson-Odoi on the right. And now he's signed a new contract, you gotta get him on the pitch.
I think this is one of the hardest teams to predict. I mean, I'll have my video out tomorrow, but I really am struggling with this one, because I really want to see Douglas Luiz. I really want to see McAtee. I really want to see Sangare still on there. And obviously Anderson. Like, my logic is I'd probably drop MGW, which is gonna,
That's what we were just saying. Put McAtee in the 10 and keep Sangare and Anderson on.
What
my first suggestion was to drop MGW and put Anderson in the 10 and Luiz in the 6 and Luiz in the 8 and Sangare in the 6. So either way, we both thought MGW is the weakest link.
I'm not saying he's the weakest link. He just really pissed me off with that stupid thing.
Yeah, but like I said, he didn't recover from it, did he? He didn't. Normally, he makes a mistake, and he really steps up the gear, but he didn't. He didn't come out of second gear last week at all.
As good as it was against Brentford, it was equally as bad against.
Yeah, I'd start McAtee in the 10. The thing is, Morgan Gibbs-White now has got someone to challenge him for the position. He hasn't had that before, and Nuno has got to be strong. And if MGW is not the player who's in the best form, then put someone else in and give them a chance. Like, you can always bring MGW on. Do you remember that? I can't remember what game it was, but there was a specific game last season where MGW was actually dropped purposely, and they put him on with about 30 minutes to go, and he had the game of his life to
that
prove
the year before. That Cooper dropped
under Cooper. Yeah, he had the game of his life to prove a point. And I think he's capable of doing that. And I think he'll be quite annoyed if he does get dropped. So maybe we need to do that. So we need to have this like challenging mentality between different players, so that the person who is in form gets to start effectively. Because it's a hard thing to choose, isn't it? Like, we've got some good players now. The bench we've got compared to last season is 10 times. You know, effectively everyone on that bench could also be in the starting 11. So let's
do this. Let's do this, right? I'm gonna make it hard for you guys. We're gonna play a 4-2-3-1. We're all in agreement. The back five will be, as in with the keeper, will all be the same. No one wants to make changes there, yeah?
I might put John in goal.
Okay, still not here. All right. I need the tumbleweed back so badly. I need to I'll start with you, Ez. Give me your 2-3-1.
What I want, or what I think Nuno will go with?
What you want.
What I want. Yeah.
You can do the same as well if you can be asked to type it out.
What I'd really love to see Douglas Luiz in, and I will play him in that 6. Douglas Luiz, and Anderson next to him. And I would play McAtee ahead of him. So I would make a couple of changes in that 3 actually. If it was up to
so you go Luiz 6, Anderson 8, McAtee 10.
Yeah.
That's like bare changes, man.
I know. But you're asking what I would do. That's what I do. I don't think that's what will happen, because I just wanted to make that point before we went into it. He's
not a 6, is he? Luiz is not a 6.
Exactly. We'll have that discussion on a different day.
We could do it as a double pivot more than a 6.
Yeah, let me just quickly say, I said this last week.
He had negative tactic against West Ham.
I'll just say, MG Dub had an awful game last week with Tuchel watching him, yeah? And he still managed to get into the England squad. Now, they could have had this conversation. I think it'll be hard for Nuno to drop him for this game. Now he's in the squad. You'll probably get an hour, and that's it. And then you'll be rested, regardless of what the score is. So, I honestly, as much as I would make the change, I don't think he's going to drop him with him being in the England squad now as well. So,
all right. So you do that as your 3. What you doing as your wingers and striker?
So I can't drop Ndoye. I think he's had 2 goal contributions in 2 games, and I wouldn't be dropping Cho either. I think he's been one of our unsung heroes in the last 2 games. So I'm going to stick with wingers as they are, but I'm going to give Colin Mwendo a start up front. I'm going to start.
That's a bad choice.
I'm doing it.
Bad choice. And what are you saying?
Well, first name on the sheet is Sangare at 6. Okay.
Sorry, say again.
The rest. Huh?
Sorry, I didn't hear. What did you say?
Yeah, the first name on the sheet is Sangare at 6.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. That's in stone for me. I'm playing with a 1-2, not a 2-1, so I'm not playing double pivot. And Luiz in his best position at 8, in my opinion, and Anderson at 10. I wouldn't mind Anderson or McAtee at 10.
Okay.
Yeah, we can't do that.
If you make him make a choice, you can't drop Anderson, so it's got to be Anderson at 10. Yeah. Wing wise.
Wait, just put you against your wingers. My rebuttal to that: look, Anderson is sensational, but I think his weakness is shooting.
Yeah. Okay. Let me rephrase that, and you won't like this because I'm going to mention Arsenal, right?
Oh God.
A 6 and 2 8s. That's what they actually play. A 6 and 2 8s. They don't play with a 10.
And what's Arteta won in the last 7 years?
No. Hold on. That's not even the point, because you said Anderson as the 10. Is your words.
Yeah. But because that's what everybody thinks of when they think of that.
Okay, so you're playing 6 and 2 8s, yeah?
6 and 2 8s, yeah. That's perfectly valid. All it means is that what is your 10 tracks back as well. That's all it means. There's no big mystery about it. Right?
Is that phase 6 or phase 7?
Doing that job, as we know, because we've seen him in the 8. So all it means is instead of being on the left, he's going to be on the right. I don't mind which way round they play. Mm-hmm. It doesn't really matter too much, especially as I don't know what.
So what are you doing on the wingers?
The wingers, I'm going to keep as is. So Ndoye and Cho. I think Cho's been very good. I particularly, like Ez said, I particularly liked him on the right, if I'm honest. and Ndoye looks comfortable on the left. So I don't mind which way round they are. They can swap or whatever. And I've got to say Chris Wood up front.
Okay. Okay. Ben?
Well, I'd say thank God as an Anton manager. I'd go Sangare in the 6, Anderson in the 8, McAtee in the 10, Cho on the right.
Shut up.
Cho on the right. What?
Not
you.
Cho on the doing a madness, aren't they? Right at the fucking end.
Ndoye on the left and Wood up front. So effectively,
I will ban you for that fakeness.
The only change I've made effectively is swapping out MGW for McAtee.
Wait, say it again because my butthole puckered up.
So I'm going Sangare in the 6.
Yeah.
Anderson in the 8. Yeah. McAtee in the 10. So dropping MGW. And then Cho on the right, Ndoye on the left, and Wood up front.
What you doing Douglas Luiz?
Same as last match, but swapping out MGW for McAtee effectively.
What are you doing to Douglas Luiz, I'm saying?
He's not doing
Douglas Luiz is going to come on in the 65th minute.
No. If you talk about players coming on, that changes things altogether. It's a starting 11. You can't.
Well, I wouldn't start. The thing is, it's such a hard choice because if you start, but if I started Douglas Luiz, I'd have to put him in Anderson's position, and I don't want to drop Anderson because I think Anderson.
That's why I've gone for 2 8s.
I think he's one of the best players on the pitch. The only person in the whole of Nottingham, in fact, he doesn't even live in Nottingham. Derby, Nicky is the only person who wants to drop Anderson, and I cannot understand it.
Let me ask you this, then. Do you think Luiz is a better rate than Anderson is at the moment for Forest? No, exactly. So that's my point about not playing him in his position. So I said all along.
I haven't started Douglas Luiz.
He's a better 6. This is my argument. He's a better 6 than Sangare.
Douglas Luiz is not 6.
No, but he can play a better 6 than Sangare. He's not replacing Anderson for me in the number 8, and he's not a number 10.
Sangare. Douglas Luiz. Douglas Luiz is not a better 6 than Sangare.
He's gonna play instead of Sangare most games. Sangare. Do any of you guys think he'll play together?
Sangare shirt over there. It says 6 on his fucking shirt. Sangare.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Whatever. That's not my point. Yeah. Let's just talk facts. Do you think Sangare and Luiz are going to be played together in any games?
Potentially.
For a period of time.
Potentially,
are we going to start any games together? Because I don't think so. I think it's going to be one or the other.
On the pitch, because Anderson is his position to lose. Because I think Anderson is fantastic. There's a reason he got called up to the England squad. Sangare is fantastic. If they sell Sangare, then this transfer window goes from an 8 out of 10 down to a 2 out of 10 for me.
Look,
not answered the point. You've just gone on about him.
Yeah, the point is. The point is, you can make an argument for all these scenarios, which is a good thing, in my opinion, right?
Yeah, of course it is.
I think the sacrificial lamb will be Sangare.
Probably.
That's all I'm saying. Yeah. That's exactly what I'm saying. I'm not saying I agree with it.
That doesn't make it right.
Yeah, but we're saying our team's not Nuno's prediction.
Yeah, I know. Okay,
Nuno won't drop MGW.
I'm talking about your teams for the rest of the night, right?
MGW would be the first name on that team sheet.
Yeah, I don't think he makes any changes. I think Chris Wood, by the way, is the right choice for this against their slow defense. If he gets physical against them, and he has a knack for scoring goals against West Ham.
As I mentioned earlier, their goalkeepers at crosses are dodgy. So
yeah.
I'd rather they didn't play Ariola. What's their keeper called?
Hermanson.
Ariola.
Yeah, you know, Ariola.
Or I don't know what is going on with his hair, right? But anyway, I'm not sure he makes any change. I just can't see.
Can I just ask? Do we know, is Chris Wood going away on international duty? This
Rob here.
If
he is, don't tell Rob.
Yeah, Rob's banned from New Zealand.
This is a conversation we had. I said, if he's going to prioritize his international career, that's why I'd play Kalimuendo. From the start, give him an hour.
That's absolute bollocks.
I hear the Calamuendo stuff but I'm just saying not for this game. This is the Chris Wood game.
Wood's going away for this game.
All right, but you're going to say when Wood comes back, he's jet lagged, Cooper style.
No. I'm going to say Kalimuendo is going to score goals and it's going to make him very hard to be pushed out of the team after this.
I agree.
Why would you drop Wood? Like Wood. Did you not hear that?
If Chris wants to swan off to New Zealand, if he wants to swan off to New Zealand for 2 weeks,
why does everyone hate New Zealand, man? You're like Rob.
I don't hate New Zealand. I'm just making a point. That when it comes to this season,
Wood scored 30 goals since I can't remember what the stat is, Ant. Help me out.
30 goals in 50 games or something. He's got more goals. More non-penalty goals than any other striker.
Ant can't even talk properly
since Nuno was appointed. That's the stat.
I hate that stat. I hate when stats have little like mini stats.
No, that's showing that he's a chance taker.
Exactly.
Not a fucking free kick taker. It's a chance.
Goals are goals, man.
Exactly.
Goals.
And they're not. You're wrong. They're not.
Nuno,
penalties don't count.
Penalty goals are not the same.
No, penalty goals weren't included. That's why
they're free kicks. They're set piece goals.
Wait, and so Forest win 1-0 and it's a penalty on Sunday. You're going to be like it was a draw.
You're being very disingenuous and you're deliberately trying to misinterpret what I'm saying.
What are you saying?
What I'm saying is that anybody could take a free kick. Not anybody can take chances in the box on a turn.
I fully disagree with that.
That's hard to say.
Wait. Answer me this question. Who was the last person to score a direct free kick for Forest?
What's that got to do with the price of tea bags? I'm
because
talking about penalties.
Anybody can take a free kick.
Specifically about penalties.
You said free kick. Did you not say free kick?
No, what I said was penalties are a free kick. That's what they are. They're a free kick.
Not anybody can take a free kick.
A penalty is easier than a free kick, isn't it?
Not if you're Van Hooijdonk.
Mm-hmm.
You can't be silly and say that it takes as much skill that anybody could take a penalty and score a penalty makes them a good striker. That's just ridiculous.
I was pulling up the free kick line. Let me just catch up with these super chats. There's loads coming in. Jess with the £2 says crypto because you don't know a brace is 2 goals. LOL.
That's true.
An inside joke.
Nice one.
Jess for the £2. Frederick with the 27 says Anderson will score. I would love Anderson to. You know what? If Anderson gets 2 or 3 goals, it will open up, man. It will open up for you. He's going to get loads of goals. I think he just needs like 2 or 3 goals in the next 5-6 games, something like that. Do him the world of good. Like, can you imagine the levels he would push to past what he already is at? Liam with the 199. Apparently, Hudson-Odoi signed a new contract today. Come on, you Reds. Yep. Hudson-Odoi signed a new deal with Forest. So, again, like another one locked down. Fantastic news. Thank you for the 199. Frederick with the 27 says Anderson shoots no worse than Gibbs White. Impossible. Yeah, I hear it. But his shooting does need to improve. I think Anderson would admit he would like to have more goals than he got in his game. His shooting is better than Gibbs White. He just hasn't got the goals in yet. How many has he scored? Like 3 or 4? Something like that?
Something like that.
Well, overall, I think he's only scored 1 for us, hasn't he?
Is that it? 1? Nah, he scored against Spurs. He scored against Southampton. Mm-hmm. I can't remember the rest, though.
Can't remember.
Thank you for that. We got God AEM with the £2. Says, will John Victor be backup or Sells replacement? He will be backup 100% for Sells.
How old is he, Wolfie? Just remind us.
That's a good question. I don't think he's old. Let me check.
I think he's a younger profile, isn't he? Because that's what we need. Because we've got obviously Sells who's 30 plus.
He's 29. 29.
Well, he's still but that's not a bad
keeper.
age.
That's still young. That's not a bad age. I think you may even see him. You know, sometimes when you get the Europa keepers, you get cup keepers and that stuff. When there's loads coming, you may see Victor being used at that.
Yeah, what Angus Gunn is thinking.
But Angus Gunn,
we've got 2 domestic.
Angus Gunn was always for the homegrown quota. Let's be real. You always do that with the keeper. Get that homegrown quota, the bonus keeper.
But he come from a side in the Championship where he was first choice to. I mean, I know he lost his place at the end of his tenure there, but generally speaking, he was first choice to come and sit on the Forest bench, and now he's sitting on the Forest bench.
Yeah, but with probably more than double his wages.
Exactly.
You're right. Well, it's got to be that, hasn't it?
Backup keeper has to be the greatest job in the world.
I think you've said this before. Unless you actually enjoy playing football.
You know what I'm saying? If you're a backup keeper for the team you support, like you're getting paid just to watch your team, and you get
who was that famous Man City?
Free ticket.
That famous Man City third keeper who retired at like 40 years old.
Yeah, Scott Carson.
Yeah, he got paid like a ton of money just to sit there and watch Man City.
And all those medals. All those medals.
And Jess with another £5. She said, Wood is Prem proven. Callum Mwendo is unpredictable and unproven. No agendas there.
I'll fight you, Jess. I'll give him a chance.
No agendas.
She's right. We don't know.
She is right. But Callum Mwendo is going to be a baller. He's going to be an absolute
baller. Once he's in, I think he's going to be hard to shift. Once he's in, I think he's going to be hard to shift. Genuinely do.
I like the look of him for that little tiny cameo he made the other day at Palace. I thought he looked, even though he only had a couple of touches.
Left wing.
He looked lively, didn't he?
I just think the pace factor, which we haven't really had in the attack, I think it's just such a big weapon.
Yeah, but the thing I didn't like last game is that instead of coming on for Wood, he came on and put him at a left wing, which is not his position. Like, let's see what he does instead of Wood later on in the game.
Yeah.
I had that on my phone. I thought that can't be true. He can't be going all the way down there. I mean, if he's playing for New Zealand in Belgium, fair enough. But I thought surely he's not going all that way for some pissing friendlies.
See what I mean?
Mate, he's probably got a family out there, so it's a good excuse for him to go see his family, which he probably doesn't get to see that much. You know what I'm saying?
There's a lot of agendas against New Zealand on this stuff.
The thing is, like Ed says, he might get back and he might not get back in the team.
Exactly.
He'll regret it if that's the case.
Good. If he can't get back in the team, it means Callum Mwendo started amazingly. Or even Jesus has. Like, I don't. If he's out of the team because he's crap, I don't want that. If he's out of the team because someone has gone to the next level, that's exactly what we want. Exactly what we want. Is the most
players of his age playing for a team like New Zealand, let's be frank, are not going to win anything. You know, they're one of the lower rated teams. You think he'd just retire?
Well, especially if he's a friendlies, they've already qualified, haven't they?
Yeah, but he probably wants to play for his country.
Exactly.
With friendly games, he's travelling all that way.
He probably has to effectively play in the friendlies to make the team.
No, what? Chris Ward? Are you joking?
Who's going to kick him out?
You can't just dictate if you're a player and say,
You can.
It's not the right.
How many times did you see Messi came out of international retirement just in time for like a World Cup or whatever it was?
Even shithead Ryan Giggs used to play when he wanted to play.
Yeah.
If he didn't want to play, he says, "I'm not playing."
Well, that's wrong.
And like,
mate, you're right. It's wrong.
He has been called up. He has been called up, and Tyler Binden has as well. Shout out to my boy Hazardous. Big up to Curtis with the $2. So is Omar Richards just done? Yeah, I mean, Carmo went out on loan to Rio Ave today, didn't he?
Omar, yesterday.
Huh?
Yesterday, I think.
Yeah, whatever. And yeah, Omar Richards, man, I think he's okay as a backup.
I think he's lightweight.
Legs. This is the backup. He's better than Tuffalo, man. He's better than Tuffalo.
I don't think he is. I genuinely don't think he is.
I don't think he is either.
I don't think he is.
I think you really, really, really underrate Tuffalo.
Yeah.
I think he was a
really.
Really?
Yeah.
I think he was a
really.
Come on, when did he let us down? Be honest.
How about Bournemouth opening day of the season last season? We would have got Champions League.
Like none of our other players have ever made a mistake.
No.
What about
we did it at the worst time.
Tuffalo in particular, sir.
You didn't have to give me an answer. It's rhetorical.
Yeah, exactly, Ed. Because he knows that we can't check. He knows that we won't remember whether that's true or not.
Can't back the beef.
Tuffalo was a good player for Forest. It cost us very little money, and he gave us great service. He never let us down. Man. In general, didn't let us down. Of course, every football player on the planet makes a mistake now and again. Every player.
I'm not saying he didn't. I just got asked the question. I answered it.
Okay, but that goal line clearance saved us 2 points, didn't it? That goal line clearance.
What was your question? What was your question?
He balanced itself out. He's not.
No, but your question wasn't did he balance it out? Your question was when did he let us down?
Yeah, he didn't let us down. Then he made up for it.
No. He made a mistake. That's different. Morgan Gibbs White let us down because he did a fucking stupid thing on the edge of his own box. That's letting you down.
Go back and watch the Bournemouth game.
He's not made a mistake in my life.
Go back and watch the Bournemouth game.
Harry Toffolo hasn't been called up to the international team.
What did you start? All right, you know what? Let's do the predictions. Chat, get your predictions in.
An hour and a half.
Yeah, man. It's like, it's been like we've spoken crap for 90 minutes.
It's the working week again.
Chat, I wonder, like, how boring are your weekends that you've listened to 4 idiots talking absolute crap for 90 minutes, but we love you for it. We love you for it. There's still 500 odd of you in here.
They were thinking, I hope something goes terribly wrong over the next few days so that they get back to being grumpy again, because I can't put up with much more than this.
No.
I tell you what, it is hard being happy.
Loving it, though. I love it. I love the vibe.
It is when you're a Forest fan, yeah, because you don't get the opportunity very often, do you?
Exactly. All right, here are your score predictions, Gunners. We love you too, Alistair.
I can't remember who said it in the chat earlier, but I'm really confident as well. 3-0 Forest. Clean sheet, 3 goals, and I think 3 different goal scorers as well. I'm not going to give you predictions on who, but yeah, 3 spread the goals around, keep a clean sheet, first clean sheet of the season, and a comfortable win.
How can it cure your insomnia, bro? Like, these are so loud. They keep talking over each other, right? It would just be...
I think you meant wrong.
You see, I haven't even finished my sentence, and 2 of them jumped in. Exhibit A, right? It's like a drilling noise.
It can't have cured us with bloody insomnia, can it? Because he's still here.
Exactly. I mean, I remember Ant sat here last stream and said that he's not the one who interrupts all the time.
I'm not. I never interrupt.
Oh my god! When Ant had his mic issues, it was the smoothest 2 weeks of football we've ever seen, man. Ever. At the end of the day, there's always a goal. Absolute facts. All right. As you said, 3-0. Ant, what are you saying?
Oh, 3-0. Yeah.
Ben,
I'm gonna go 2-0 Forest.
Fucking hell, you lot are worrying me. You really are.
No, everyone worries you, man.
I don't know. It's this West Ham thing. It's always this West Ham game. I get worried about it.
So what's your excuse for shitting yourself when we were falling up against Brentford then? If it's just West Ham.
all the new players have had another week of training. We'll be fine. 2-0 prediction from me is conservative. I want to say about 7-0, but
I know it is.
I'm almost going 6-0, man. That just scares me even more. All right. Have we covered everything? I think I don't really care.
No, we've not covered what you think it's going to be. I know you're pooing your pants again, but what?
Well, let's save that for.
The big reveal. Everybody tune in to find out what he's going to predict. It'll be 1-1, by the way.
You know, right? I gotta have my own stage for that kind of prediction, right? Even though it's already on the second channel. If you want to know my prediction, it's on TFM.
Oh, you said 1-1, didn't you?
No,
1-1. Yeah, I just said. Yeah.
Did he?
Tune in for the big reveal. It'll be 1-1 though.
It's like that famous Marinakis saying. In the end, we always
0-0.
We always 0-0.
Who should we send you to? I'm going to send you to Hooks. I love Hooks. By the way, me and Hooks are doing a show every Wednesday morning at 11:30, just chatting blood brothers, man, because we gave them their kit, and So. What should we put in there just to annoy Hooks?
Put Ant's your biggest fan.
We've got 2 stars, haven't you got? Yeah.
Phase 7.
Everyone put Arteta in. Yeah, phase 7. Everyone go and spam phase 7 or Arteta in. It's going to annoy him, right? I'm back tomorrow with the preview. I'm also live on West Ham Fan TV at 11 a.m. with Nikki. Nikki is always depressed. Yeah,
he's a legend though. I love Nicky.
I love Nicky.
He had a massive row with Lawless on screen the other day. It's brilliant.
But his post matches with the fans are really eye opening as well. You know, they don't hold back any.
My God. Hey, you have to see this, not that. Oh yeah, see that. All right, go and chuck in Arteta in or phase 7 in his chat. I'll be back with my preview tomorrow, which will have a feature from Lawless. And I'll be live on West Ham Fan TV about 11 o'clock tomorrow morning. Make sure you've liked, make sure you've subscribed. We'll see you then. Go check out OK Jerseys for your discount. Use code OK Jersey, 8% off, as Ant alluded to. Links in the description. We'll see you tomorrow. Come on, you Reds.
You Reds.